Hello everyone. This is me, Salman-Siddique, and in this video we are going to learn coordinate geometry. So that is relevant to the O level, IGCSE, GCSE, and Excel. So first of all, we talk about the formulas. We have four formulas. The first one is the distance formula. Whenever you have to find out the distance formula, you will be using this formula. That is x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Whenever we have to find out the midpoint, we will be using this formula. Whenever you have to find the slope or the gradient, these are the two same things, you will be using this formula. M is equal to slope and gradient is representing by m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And sometimes they ask us to find the equation of line, so whenever we have to find the equation of line, we will be using this formula. Y is equal to mx plus c. In this formula we need to understand what is the m. So m is basically the slope and c represent the y intercept where the line cross the y-axis. So this represents the y-intercept. So this is the standard form of the equation of line. So now we will now you can take a pause, you can stop the video, you can learn these formulas, then we can proceed forward. And in addition to these in addition to these four formula, the next thing you need to learn: when two lines are parallel, when two lines are parallel, they have same slope. This is the next this one is the next point, and this is very important in order to solve this question. They have same slope. And when two lines are perpendicular, when two lines are perpendicular, let's say the slope of the first line is m1 and the slope of the second line is m2. You can write their slope like this: m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1. So this is the formula whenever the lines are perpendicular to each other. Let's say if the slope of one line is 2 by 3, and you want to find out the slope of other line that is perpendicular to this line, what you need to do, you just need to take negative reciprocal. What you need to do, you need to take negative reciprocal. You can use the formula, or you can use this technique as well. Negative reciprocal mean you have to change the sign. So first of all, it is positive, this thing is positive, and so we need to change its sign, so it will become negative, and then you have to take the reciprocal. So first it was 2 by 3, now it will become -3 by 2. Okay. Now let's say if you don't want to do it like this, you can use this formula: m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1. Now we know the value of m1, that is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1. Now we need to know the value of m2, that is the second slope. And now we know that 3 will multiply on this side, so 2m2 is equal to -3. And now this 2 will divide on the other side, so m2 is equal to -3 by 2. So you can see that by the two method we get the same answer. So either you can use the formula or you can directly write the slope. So let's do another example. Let's say the slope is -5 by 4. One line has the slope of -5 by 4. You want to find the slope of the line that is perpendicular to this line. So first of all, you need to change the sign. So first it was negative, now it become positive, and it was 5 by 4, now it will become 4 by 5. So this is the slope of line that is perpendicular to this line, right? So now we do some practice question relevant to these four formulas. uh, let's say if we have 2 points, we have 2 points A and B. A is 5 comma 4 and B is 3 comma 2, right? Now what we need to do, we have to find the distance, we have to find the midpoint, we have to find the gradient, and we have to find the slope. So we will do all of the steps for these 2 points. First we find the distance. So we know that distance is x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So sometimes the student get confused what is meant by x1 and x2. This is quite simple. The first number represent the x1, the second number represent the y1, the second and the b, this is the x2, and this is y2. Now you just need to place the value in this formula. The value of x2 is 3 and the value of x1 is 5, and for y2 is 2 and y1 is 4, and the formula, the square root by the formula. Now 3 minus 5 is minus 2 square plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2 square. Now we know that the square of minus 2 is 4, because if you put it on calculator you will get 4, not minus 4, right? So 4, and this one is also 4. 4 plus 4 will give you the 8. So this is the distance between the 2 points, right? Let's say if we want to find out the midpoints, that's quite simple. We will be using the formula. The main thing is you need to learn the formula. If you are clear about the formulas, you can solve this question very easily. So first we write the formula: x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. And we know the value of x1 is 5 and x2 is 3. You can cross check the values. 5 plus 3 over 2 and y1 is 4 plus 2 over 2. So 5 plus 3 is 8 over 2 and 4 plus 2 is 6 and the 2. So this will become 4, because 2 1 the 2 and 2 4 the 8, 2 1 the 2 and 2 3 the 6, 4 comma 3, sorry, 4 comma 3. So this is the midpoint of the line between the 2 points A and B. Let's say if this is the line that has the point A and B. So this point, let's say this point will be the midpoint M, and it has the coordinate of 4 comma 3. Okay, so this is how we can find out the midpoint of the two lines. Let's say now if we have to find out the gradient of these 2 points, or the slope. Gradient and slope has the same meaning. Gradient or slope, we will be using the formula of gradient: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now we just need to place the value. Y2 is 2, y1 is 4 and x2 is 3 and x1 is 5. So 2 minus 4 is minus 2 and 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So this minus and this minus cancel, 2 1 the 2, so the slope is equal to 1. Okay, so we have calculated the we have calculated the distance, we have calculated the midpoint, we have also find out the gradient or the slope. Now we will find out the equation of the lines that formed by A and B. So whenever you have to find out the equation of lines, you will be following these 3 steps. First, find out slope, find out slope or the value of M. Now place value of M in this formula, value of M in this formula that we have already learned. Y is equal to mx plus c. And then the third, use any point to calculate the value of c, to find out or calculate to find out c. So we will be following the same steps. So we will write the points again that we have supposed at the start of reaction, at the start of this question. A is 5 4. The first point is 5 and 4. and the second point is 3 and 2. B is 3 and 2. So our first step is to find the slope. We have already calculated the slope, so for your convenience we can do it again. So first step, calculate the slope. You will be using the same formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now just place the values, 2 minus 4 over 3 minus 5, so minus 2 over minus 2, so the slope is 1. Now we do the second step, place this value y is equal to mx plus c. Now the value of m is 1, so this equation will become y is equal to 1x plus c. Now the third step, in the third step we will calculate the value of c, so we can use the point a or b. So let's say if I am using the a, either you use the point a or b, you will get the same answer. Let's say I am using the point a, 5 4. The value of x is 5 and the value of y is 4. Now place these two values in this formula. You have to use the same step whenever you have to find out the equation. So let's say now we need to place the value. So in place of y we will write 4 is equal to 1, and in the place of x we will write 5 plus c. So 4 is equal to 5 on the 5 plus c, so c is equal to 4 minus 5, so c is equal to minus 1. Now we know that our equation was, now we just need to place the value of c in this formula. So this will become y is equal to 1x plus c. Now we have calculated the value of c, that will be 1x minus 1. So this is the equation of line that connect a and b. So this is the third concept, or the last one concept. Sometime in the paper they will give you the equation and they will ask you to find the slope of the equation. Let's say the question is, we have a line 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. Find out slope and y-intercept. That's quite simple. You just need to change it into the standard form. We know that our standard form is y is equal to mx plus c. So what we need to do, we just need to make y as the subject of formula. In this equation we just need to make y as the subject of the formula. We have to shift all of the other quantities on the other side of the equation, right? So that's quite simple. So we will write the equation 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. Okay, so now shift 3 on the other side, so this is 3x is positive on this side, it will become negative. So we have 2x is equal to minus 3x plus 5, right? This 3 become negative on the other side. Now this 2 will divide on this side, right? So this will become minus 3x plus 5 over 2, right? And we can also write it as minus 3x over 2. We can separately write the 2 over 3 and 2 again. So now if you compare it with the standard form, we have made the y as the subject of formula. We have the standard form y is equal to mx plus c. So whatever is written with the x is the value of m. Whatever is written with the x is the value of m. So by this comparison you can see that the value of m is minus 3 by 2 and the value of c is 5 by 2. Okay, so the value of c is 5 by 2 and the c represent y-intercept. So this is the another type of question that could be asked in the paper to find out the slope and the slope and the y-intercept of the equation that was not in the standard form. So what you need to do, you just need to change to make the y subject of the formula. So we did this step to make the y as the subject of formula. When you have changed the y as the subject of formula, then you can see that whatever is written with this is the point which you need to note down. Whatever is written with the x, this is your slope, and whatever is written over here, this is your y-intercept or the value of c. Let's say now we are given with a different type of question that we called it parallel and the perpendicular lines. So in the paper they can ask you question like this: find equation of line that is perpendicular to this line, and the line is 3x plus 2y is equal to 5, and passing through, let's say, 3 comma 2. They can give you any points. So the question says that uh, find the equation of line. So the first thing is we have to find out the equation of line. Okay, so we have to find the equation of line that is perpendicular to this line, so it means that we have to extract the slope from this line, and we are given with the point 3 comma 2. So whenever you have to find out the slope, whenever you have to find out the equation, we use the same formula: y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so we need to know the two values, the value of m and the value of c. Okay, so first we will calculate the value of m. Up till now we have learned that you can calculate the value of m by using this formula: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus 1, x2 minus x1. But in this question you can see that you are not given with the second point, but they gave you a condition: line is perpendicular to this line. So if you find out the slope, if you can find out the slope of this line, then you can change it into the perpendicular form, or you can take negative reciprocal of that line. So first of all we need to extract the slope from this line. So we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. Okay, and what we learned in the last question, if you want to get the slope from this line, you just need to make y as a subject, y as subject of this equation. So shift all of the quantities on the other side, so it will become 2y is equal to minus 3x plus 5. And you may notice that I am writing the x as the first. I am writing the x as the first term. I'm not writing the x after the 5. I'm always writing the x as the first, because in the standard form we have x as the first quantity, then the c. So that's why I'm writing x first. So now 2 will divide on the other side, so it will become minus 3x plus 5 over 2. We can also write it as minus 3 over 2 plus 5 over 2. Okay, now the slope of this line is m is equal to whatever that is written with the x is over slope minus 3 over 2. This is the slope of the given line, but our condition said that the slope of our new line is perpendicular to this line. So because of the perpendicular, the new slope become, we have to take the negative reciprocal. So first of all we need to change the sign, so it will become positive, and it is 3 by 2. Now it will become 2 by 3. So this is the line of this is the slope of the new line. And now you will use this formula: y is equal to mx plus c. Now place the value of m in this equation: 2 by 3 x plus c. Now we do the same step to calculate the value of c. We use the point that is given in the question. The point is 3 comma 2. Value, or this is the x and this is y. Now we put the value of x and y to calculate the c. Y is 2 by 3, and x is 3 plus c. So this 3 cancel, and this 2 will subtract on this side. Okay, so we can do one more step: 2 plus c. so c is equal to 2 minus 2, so c is equal to 0. Okay, so now our equation will become y is equal to 2 by 3x plus c, but the value of c is 0, so equation will be 2 over 3 into x, because the c is 0, you don't need to write c. So the main key point of this question is you have to find out the equation of line that is perpendicular to this line. So perpendicular to this line, so mean that you can extract the slope from this line, because when the two lines are perpendicular they have the slope that is the negative reciprocal of each other, right? So in order to extract the, so the first step is to extract the slope from this line. So we did this step to extract the slopes. How we can extract the slope from any equation? We just need to make the y as the subject of formula. So we got the slope minus 3 by 2. As our new equation is perpendicular to this line, because of the perpendicular we take the negative reciprocal of this slope. So first we change the sign, that's why it will become positive. It was 3 by 2, now it become 2 by 3. Now we use the same step as we learned before, y is equal to mx plus c to find the new equation. We have the value of slope, we just place the value 2 by 3 in this formula, and then plus c. Now we use that point that is given in the question to find out the new equation, to find out the slope, to find out the value of c. When we have calculated the value of c, we got the c value as 0. Now you can place the c in your original equation, so c is 0, so this is your answer, y is equal to 2 by 3 x, right? So this type of question you may get. Now we do one more question that is relevant to the in this question we find the slope, we find the equation of line that was perpendicular. Now we will do the case in which we have a parallel. Let's say we have a line, find out the equation of line. So this is our next question and the last question of this of the coordinate geometry. These are the all kind of question they could ask you. And they have no more methods or the question they could ask into the question. So you just need to focus on these concepts. If you are good at these concepts, you can solve any type of question in this relevant to the coordinate geometry. Find out, the next question is find out equation of line that is parallel to this line. Let's say now the line is written like this, y over 2 is equal to 6. Okay, and passing through 2 comma 5, let's say. Now you can see that we are given with the an equation that is x over 3 and y over 2 is equal to 6. We are given with the points, so we will do the same procedure. We will extract the slope from this equation. Okay, so we just need, in order to extract the slope or in order to get the slope from this equation, we need to make y as the subject of formula. Okay, so if we take the LCM of these two quantities, so we need to multiply it with 2 to make the denominator same. In the same thing we will do this. Now you have 2x over 6 plus 3y over 6 is equal to 6. Okay, now we can write 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. Now the 6 will multiply on this side, 2x plus 3y is equal to 36. Now we shift all the quantities on the other side, this will become negative 3y is equal to minus 2x plus 36. And you can notice that I have written the minus 2x at the first. We always write the x quantities at the start of the equation. Now 3 will divide on the other side with all of these quantities, so the equation will become minus 2x plus 36 over 3. So the equation is minus 2 by 3x plus it could be written as over 3. So y is equal to minus 2 by 3x plus 12, because 3 and 36 can cancel out. So now from this you can find out the slope is equal to minus 2 by 3. Now we have extracted the slope from the given equation. Now you can see that our new line is parallel to this line, and we know that when two lines are parallel they have the same slope. So the new line will have the same slope as the previous line, that is minus 2 by 3. If it was perpendicular, then you have to take the negative reciprocal. If they are the same, if they are the parallel, then you don't need to take the reciprocal. Now we have the slope. Now we use the formula y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to the value of m is minus 2 by 3 x plus c. Now we use the point that is given in the question, that is 2 comma 5, and this one is x and this one is y, to calculate the value of c. Now place the value of x and y in this equation. So 5 is equal to minus 2 by 3 and the value of x is 2 plus c. Now this will become, these two will get multiplied, so this will become minus 4 over 3 plus c. Now this minus 4 over 3 will add on this side, so it will become 5 plus 4 over 3 is equal to c. Now we need to make the denominator same, so 1 multiply by 3 multiply by 3, so it will become 15 over 3 plus 4 over 3 is equal to c. So c will be equal to 3 over 15 plus 4, so c is equal to 19 over 4. So this is the value of c. Now we just need to place the value of c in our new equation. So our new equation will become, so this is the equation in which we place the value. Okay, so the new equation will become y is equal to minus 2 by 3x plus c, and c is 19 over 4. So this is your final answer. Now you can see that these two lines, now you can actually prove that the given two lines are parallel. This is the end of the question, but if you want to verify, you can. Now you can so see that this line has the slope of minus 2 by 3, and the given line also has the slope of minus 2 by 3 as it is given, as we have find out. So these two lines have the same slope. It means that they are parallel to each other, right? So these are the questions that could be asked in the question relevant to the coordinate geometry. So after this lecture we will cover the next topic, so you can practice these questions and in order to get the good grades. See you in the next video.